In this week's Money Questions Answered, I'm going to be talking about whether or not to have a retirement annuity if you are already a member of your company's pension fund. And this is a question that was put to me by newsletter subscriber Thabelo. So he works for the government, so he's a member of the GEPF. This means that he has a pension that is pretty much guaranteed. So when he comes to retirement, he will receive a guaranteed income in retirement, but he will also receive a gratuity. So there'll be a lump sum that will be paid out to him on retirement, plus about 2/3. It doesn't quite work like that for GPF, but bear with me. Around 2/3 is used to give him an annuity for the rest of his life. A retirement annuity works on a very similar basis. So if you put money into retirement annuity, you can only access it at age 55. And in fact, if you lose your job before then or anything happens, you can't touch that money. You can only touch it at age 55. And again, 1/3 you can receive as a lump sum and 2/3 are turned into an annuity. And I would say, well, considering that the GPF does that, maybe he would look at something a little bit more flexible, something that gave him perhaps a tax-free income in retirement, or that he could take as a lump sum at retirement tax-free, because your gratuity or your lump sum that you take with the GPF or with an RA is subject to taxation after 500,000. So you can only take 500,000 of that lump sum on retirement. I would sort of think in this situation, one of the options he could consider is actually putting his money in a tax-free savings account instead. So yes, he doesn't get that upfront tax break from his income, but remember that is also limited. You would have to look at how much he's already contributing to GEPF, because he can only put 27.5% of his total income into a retirement product tax-free. So he's probably using a quite fair amount of that if he's a member of the GEPF already. And then, so rather look then at your tax-free savings account. You can put up to 3,000 Rand away a month in it. It is with after-tax money, but the growth is completely and utterly tax-free. So if he does this, he's 43 now, he does this until he's 60, he'll have built up a really, really, really nice lump sum that will be completely tax-free at retirement, and that he could use either as a lump sum to meet certain requirements that he has, or he could even use that as income in retirement. But there's no, it's totally flexible. There are no rules around it. It's also funds that are available if there's something he wants to do before retirement. Maybe there's a medium-term goal that he has in mind. And Thabelo also shared with me that he doesn't have a car, he uses public transport. It's also maybe there's going to come a time when he actually wants to purchase a vehicle, or there may be children's education that he needs to fund. So for me, the tax-free savings account in this particular case would be a really good option to supplement his GEPF a retirement fund. And I think that that's something you need to look at. You need to say, right, I've got my retirement money that's guaranteed. It's going to meet my needs in retirement. How do I use other investment tools to sort of boost that in a way that's perhaps giving me different options? So I think just food for thought, and of course would love to get your comments on it. And if you want your question answered, please subscribe to the My Money newsletter in the link below.